Hello YouTube, this is Isaiah again. I promised that like at the end of my Kid A review I promised that I would watch Covert Affairs, the pilot episode. And the Covert Affairs is actually a show that I would have never just like decided to watch. And it's because that like I've seen episodes of 24, CSI, Bones, and it didn't really like stand out to me that much. So I actually watched it because I saw ads for this, and I saw like maybe 20 ads for this show a day on like the sites I go on, and it really got to the point where like I promised myself I would watch this show to figure out why it's getting advertised so much. And so I set up a recording because me and my family have AT&T, and I watched it, and I went in there thinking that it would be really stupid, but it was actually entertaining, believe it or not. My sister, I watched it with my sister, and she actually liked it. So yeah, for
I like the
this,
blind guy.
huh?
I like the blind guy.
Oh, well, I'll get into that later, but yeah, for the start of a new series, it left a good impression. It wasn't perfect. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't perfect, but it was entertaining. Okay, the premise of the show is that it's about this girl named Anna Walker, or Ann Walker, whatever. She's being played by Piper Perabo, who I think she was on like Charmed. I don't really remember, but she's playing the main character, and her character is that I don't really remember, but I think she joined the CIA because her boyfriend left her, and since she travels the world a lot, she got to become like a language expert, and she joined the CIA to find her boyfriend. I don't really remember, but it's kind of like that. And she does join, and she's the best of her class because she's only a trainee, but she gets pulled out and is sent to the real active duty because she knows a lot of languages. And that's the star of the show. It's just her in her first days of that CIA trying to get the hang of it. And the other characters of the show there's only like 4 other characters who are worth mentioning. There's her supporting actor who my sister mentioned. I forgot his name, but his gimmick is that he's blind. He wasn't born blind, but like he used to be able to see, but an accident caused him to be blind. And he's cool. But they kind of don't really play with his blindness that much. So it's not like other shows which would exploit just like the gimmick way too far. So they actually play it down a little bit, except that like when he's typing on the computer, he uses Braille. Like he would slide his fingers across his keyboard, and it's just like a bunch of Braille letters. So I don't know. There's Diane, shut that down. There's 2 actors who count as like the CO. There's a blonde woman. I don't really remember anyone else's names on the show. There's a blonde woman, and there's this guy who looked really familiar. I think he was the father on Even Stevens? No, not Even Stevens. I forgot, but like he kind of looks like that guy, but I don't really remember. And they play the bosses of the show, like the people ordering the main characters around. And you don't really see the guy that much because there's 2 separate arcs. Like you have the female boss supervises the main character, while the other one, like in his arc, he's trying to find a traitor in the CIA. So there's two different stories going at the same time, and yeah, when you think about it, the guy's storyline could have been dropped because it doesn't really like add anything to the plot. I don't know. That's just me. And there's also the two CEOs are actually a married couple. I think that's what. Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's what they are. They're a CIA married couple, and I don't know if that could actually work in real life. I'm not a big expert on that kind of stuff, so yeah. But anyways, that's the premise of the show, and the ex-boyfriend is also a main character. Well, kind of a main character, but it doesn't really. At the end, I'm gonna spoil it a little bit, but the ex-boyfriend is like alluded to be some sort of like threat to the agency or something, because like they at the end of the episode, the two bosses come together and like they're thinking of a plan to make Anne Walker, the main character, they're using her to get to the ex-boyfriend. So I don't know. It's the first episode. It's not supposed to tell everything. So, but was it entertaining? Yeah, it was really entertaining. It was fast paced, and the plot actually, it was intriguing. So it wasn't boring. But there was a lot of moments that like this nitpicking. Like there's this car chase scene where it's the main character girl. She's driving, and some car comes up behind her, and it first starts out that the car is chasing her car, but then like in the next shots, it's like it's her car chasing the car that was chasing her, and it kind of flipped, and you're like going, wasn't the other car chasing the other car? And there's this one strange scene that could have been cut, where she's at a party, and this one guy is trying to get her drunk, and I don't know, I was just really confused by that, but that's just nitpicking. There's a lot of parts that I can nitpick, but that's just me. But in a total, like just in the big picture kind of perspective, it was an entertaining show. I mean, it's an entertaining show. The writing it's not the best, but it's solid. I would, if I had to give it a grade, I would give like a B. Not a B plus, but a B, a solid B. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about the show. Oh well, bye.